And that's even I'm taking the word for today from John 1:12. But as many as received him, to them he gave them the power to become children of God, even to those who believe in his name. But as many as receive him, to them he gave the right to become children of God. Our biggest problem as Christians is not because we don't pray. Our biggest problems as Christians is not even the devil. Our biggest problem is ignorance. Bible said that lack of knowledge my people perish. Most of the time, Christians are ignorant of who they are in Christ Jesus. And because they are very ignorant of who they are in Christ Jesus, they sometimes are not able to walk in the realm of who they are. But if you know who you are going to exercise that right. You know, it said it has given us authority to trample upon snakes and scorpions. Authority means designated power. So every believer has been given a designated power. Why am I sharing this? I said ignorance is the biggest problem of many Christians. And the reason I'm saying ignorance is because they don't know who they are. And if you know who you are never going to believe when somebody tells you that you are under a generational curse. Because a child of God can never be under a generational curse. Why can't a child of God be under a generational curse? Because when you become born again, even though you are human, you are no longer human. You are fully human and you are fully a child of God, or you are fully God. There's a nature of God inside you that is the real you. There's God residing in your spirit. The life of God, Zoe, is residing in your spirit. So when you become a child of God, you now have God inside you. So you can be called Kwesi Ajema, you can be called Richard Engmann, you can be called Mr. Inti, you can be called James Gardner. As a Christian, you're not just James Gardner, you're not just Richard Engmann. You are actually Richard Engmann Christ or James Gardner Christ. Your DNA has been altered. So it means that the things that affect normal human beings who are not in Christ cannot affect you. So when you come into Christ, anything that is in your bloodline that has been affecting every human being who is not in Christ can never affect you. So if your mom never knew Christ and was affected by something, if your dad never knew Christ and was sick of some illness, if your family members didn't know, and you come into Christ, the thing ends on the very day you became born again. And now that you are in Christ, you are not under a curse. Now that you are in Christ, you are not under a generational curse. So somebody will be like, yeah, Christian can still be affected. Yes, you only be affected when you don't know you're right in Christ Jesus. So you are a child of God. See yourself as a child of God. Reign as a child of God. Walk around as a child of God. Live your life as a child of God. Do everything you do having the mentality that you are a child of God and you are a new creation and God is inside you and God is with you and you reign on earth as a king, and God has redeemed you. Christ has redeemed you from the curse of the law. See yourself that whatever affects my family can never affect me because I am now a child of God. And this is the word for today.